What's up, know-it-alls? This your boy, Big G, chilling here with my boy, Tate Boy Fresh, on a Sunday, doing a know-it-all style, man. We got Mod that's missing in action, MIA. He's off shooting a video for his Spin the Block album that's coming up. But before we even get into like talking about what's going on with Mod and our comments and everything on Facebook, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and all the other social medias accounts that's out there to know that you're rocking live with the know-it-alls. But, man, before we even get to the show, Tate Boy Fresh, what's happening with you, man?
Big G, what's good, man? Not too much this way, man. Just had a weekend full of family, like literally the last bit of them, my sister and her family, her husband and their kids just left about 20 minutes ago. So
did you tell them all, let the good Lord hit you where the door split you? Or did you tell them, hey, I'm going to miss y'all and I'll catch y'all later on?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it was a good weekend, though. But, Friday night from my niece's party all the way up until just a few minutes ago, man. I've had people in the house. So,
yeah, and we
nice to just be back to me and my wife and my dogs. That's all.
Yeah, and we've been grinding too on that Fans First Sport Network, Steel Curtain Network for sure. So
yeah, we smashed them wings and that pizza.
Yeah, I see that. All right, man. So before we get to the podcast, we're gonna get into this. So run the tape. Hey, boy, Fresh, man. We sitting here. It's the dog days of summer, and a lot's going on in sports. A lot of times during this time of the year, it seems like we don't have nothing to talk about, but there's still a lot of things to discuss with the sports world right now and when things are going on. So we're gonna start to the first subject. Let's talk about that young fella, Victor Wembanyama. Tate, he had his debut in the NBA Summer League. Talk to me a little bit about his performance, what you thought. We'll do a little comparison and chop it up a little bit about this guy and him supposed to be the next one or the great one, the alien in the NBA.
Well, man, I checked out part of that summer league game. My focus was really on the Cleveland Cavs is playing right next door. They got Thomas and Mack Center and the other arena right next door.
Right.
So the Cavs was on TV, and that was a close game. I was watching that, and that was Friday night when my little get-together was going on. But, I know he had 9 points, 9 rebounds, I think 5 blocks and 3 assists.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, man, he was 2 of 13 from the field.
Right.
Which, I'm not worried about that. This is his first time. I think he'll get that shooting percentage up. 1 of 6 from 3. He probably took too many threes. I'm sure it's a lot of nerves in it for Wembanyama.
Yeah.
First time playing in Vegas from the packed house, everybody there to see him. The basketball world is looking at him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not just Spurs fans, the basketball world.
Yeah.
So, I didn't have too much expectations for the first time around. I think they play again tonight, and he'll be better tonight. And that 5 blocks, though, he's a defensive game changer.
Man, without a shadow of a doubt.
In a summer league game, he probably played about 20 minutes, maybe 5 blocks.
Yeah, I think he played total 21 minutes. 21 minutes total. So, and I just got to ask this, because in our lifetime we've seen the chosen one. We saw the guy on the Sports Illustrated cover even before he was a senior in high school, LeBron James. Do you know what LeBron James' stat line was for his first summer league game?
I think LeBron only had like 12 points or something. It was low, 10 points maybe.
It was 14.7 assists, 6 rebounds, but he was 2 of 11 from the field from shooting. No, 3 of 11 from the field from shooting. So, and he had 4 turnovers.
My boy, I don't know if you want to bring him up, but since you bringing up first time summer league performances and the shooting percentages and stuff. Well, our boy the other day, Imani Bates,
Yeah.
4 for 17.
Garbanzo.
He was jacking that thing up, man.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was jacking it up. But that's what summer league for, man. Let them young guys get some clock. Let them get some run. Do what you show us what you can do. Because the guys are really just thrown together like a week before the thing starts. So it's not like a legitimate team, like they have experience together and cohesion and all those things.
Yeah.
They're just guys that are trying to make the Cavaliers roster a G League team, thrown out there and say, go play. So I get it.
Yeah. And how many times, because like I said, we've been watching sports and basketball and stuff like that forever. How many times have you seen where a guy blows up in the summer league? He has a 30-point game or a 40-point game. And then we come to the league and like, where's dude that had 40 in the summer league? We've seen that often, over and over and over again. So I think people are being hypercritical or hypersensitive about this dude. I really don't see him like saying like, oh God, he's a bust. How can you base that on one game? I just don't get it. Tay Boy Fresh, what you think about that, bro?
Yeah, he won't be a bust. The speed of the game is different. He's playing overseas, professional. I think some of the physicality could be the same because there's some big bodies over there in the league he was in.
Yeah.
But I also think the speed of the game here is different. And he got a mark. He got a mark on his back, a target on his back.
Right.
So guys gonna be coming at him. The dude, they played San Antonio. Who they play? They play Charlotte?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. They played Charlotte. Dude bammed on him hard.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Dude's coming at him, man, coming at his neck just because he getting so much pub.
Yeah.
If you do something, if you bang it, if you catch Wembanyama body, that means something. You're gonna get on Sports Center.
Yep, with a poster.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna pause for a second to just say what's up to everybody over in the live chat, man. We appreciate all you guys rocking with us. Thanks, Claude, Tim, Carrie, Afton, the normal crew that rocks with us every week. We appreciate you guys rocking out with us. And I'm going to try to grab some of those comments as the show goes on and on and on. But for sure, thank you guys for rocking with us in the live chat. Hey, so since we're on this NBA topic and all whatever else, Tate, it's still a lot of smoke and a lot of fire out there with Dame Lillard, man. Is he worth it, bro? Because is he going to go to Miami? Is he going to go to Brooklyn? Is he going to go to Philly? Is he going to go to the Boston Celtics, the San Antonio Spurs? There's a lot going on with Dame, man. And it's almost like baby mama drama. Are we going to trade for the guy? Are we going to get the guy? Or is he worth it, man? So just a little quick analogy of what you think's going on with Dame and is it worth it?
Depending on the team, man. Only teams I really see him being worth it to that I think he makes a difference.
Yeah.
Is Miami and Philly.
Okay.
If he gets traded to one of the places, he can make a difference.
So let me ask you this question. And in Philadelphia, what would you have to get up to get him?
I'm sure you got to get up Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't want to, but you got to keep Embiid happy.
Yeah.
Embiid probably I like Maxey. I like the young guy. He gonna be good, but we got to do this thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
I can see a combination of Dame and Embiid being a top 3 in the East.
Yeah.
If he go to Miami with Jimmy and Bam, I see them being the top 2 in the East.
Yeah.
So I think he could be a difference maker for one of those teams, Miami and Philly. Let's talk about Brooklyn. Yeah, Brooklyn got a good squad, but he's not gonna put Brooklyn. He gonna push Brooklyn to go further in the playoffs. Maybe they go round 2.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he's not to be a difference maker on Brooklyn. Same thing. Well, if he gets traded to Boston, there's been some Boston chatter.
Yeah.
But he kind of has been against Boston because he thinks Boston is a racist town, racist city. And he said he don't want to play in Boston. But, Tatum trying to recruit him. Jaylen Brown, not so much because Jaylen Brown be that piece that'll be out of there. But,
yeah.
But he would, him and Tatum and Porzingis.
Yeah.
We talking top 2 with them.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Tate, and just in my opinion, who's really got the pieces to do it? Because, see, as bad as he wants to whine and cry and believe and all whatever else, I don't think Miami's got the pieces to get him. I just don't see it. I don't see Miami having – yeah, Tyler Hero decent. Yeah, Duncan Robinson decent. But, man, you ain't got no draft picks. I mean, you ain't got any other players that I would trade. I'm giving up my franchise, maybe my greatest franchise player ever. So it doesn't – yeah, he wants to go there, but I don't see how they swing the deal. I just don't see it.
Well, Miami don't have nothing they want. I mean, I agree with you. But Dame wants to go to Miami. Dame wants to go to Miami. Let me say that again. Dame wants to go to Miami.
Yeah.
And in the day of the NBA and the empowered superstar, more than not, superstars get to go where they want to go. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Miami is working to try and facilitate some kind of deal with the third team where they'll take Tyler Hero and Portland can take some of the parts and pieces that the third team has and get in it. You know, maybe a team gives up 2 first-round picks for Tyler Hero, and then Miami sends him there, and then maybe Miami gives up another piece or 2 and a couple first-round picks. Now a team then got 4 first-round picks and a player or 2 for Dame. I can see it working somehow like that eventually.
Yeah, I can see it too. But like I said, it's just you're almost fleecing. I understand that Dame wants to go there, and it's really the only reason why Dame wants to go there is his connection to Bam. Dame and Bam are tight. They're thicker than thieves. But if I'm Dame, I'm 32 years old, I'm trying to get to a spot where I can win a championship. And I think, just in my personal opinion, if there's some kind of way, because Boston has the pieces, and I've seen a lot where they can make the deal and not have to give up Tatum, not have to give up Porzingis, and not have to give up Jaylen Brown and add Dame to that roster. So I'm like, man, if they can swing that and you get Dame there, oh my God, man. It would be dangerous with Jaylen Brown, Dame, Jason Tatum, and Porzingis. Because I don't know if Jaylen Brown, even though he's first team all NBA, is he a 1A? Is he the alpha with Dame on that team?
Say that again. I'm sorry, Big G.
Is Jason Tatum the alpha if Dame shows up in Boston and they don't give up Jaylen Brown or Porzingis?
Don't give up Jaylen Brown or Porzingis?
Yeah, you would have Dame, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Porzingis.
Wow. That's loaded. But yeah, it's still just Jason Tatum team. I mean, if he go to Miami, it's Jimmy Butler team. I mean, Dame would be probably a more valuable piece than Jimmy Butler, but the culture, the grit, the toughness, everything that you identify with the Miami Heat is Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? And Jason Tatum is Boston. But Dame would still be that piece that put them guys over the top.
Right. So let me ask you this. Let's play this scenario through. All right. Dame gets traded to Miami. They don't give up buckets. They don't give up Bam.
Hey, the little fella, Relly Hall. What's up, Relly, from our Cleveland? That's rather Cavalier podcast in the live chat. He said Jason Tatum would be 3.
Yeah, I just seen it. I'm going to show it now on the pod thing. Yeah, Relly, I don't know about that, but
come on, Relly.
Yeah, Relly stretching a little bit, man. So
we talked about this in the last Cavalier show, man. The little homie Relly will be a terrible GM.
Yeah. We've already identified Relly, your GM skills. You know what, Relly, you get the sign today. Your GM skills are trash, man. We've already identified it. Hey, so let's run the scenario. Dame in Miami, they don't give up Bam. They're going to give up buckets. What's their ceiling? What's their basement?
Their ceiling is number 1 in the East.
I'm talking about for a chip. That regular season stuff really don't matter. We talking about getting that trophy.
If you get number 1 in the East, you're positioning yourself. Okay. I mean, still at the end of the day, you got to deal with Boston and Milwaukee.
Okay.
I mean, but the potential is to be number 1. But you still, if you're number 1 seed, you still got to deal with Boston and Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I like their chances better because what Miami is lacking is scoring.
Yeah.
And Dame's that closer.
Yeah.
He got the most buzzer beating playoff series closing game winning shots in history. You know what time it is, Big G.
Yeah.
That's dollar.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, so let's run the tape and run the scenario with him in Philadelphia. They give up Tyrese Maxey, and you got James Harden, MB, and Dame. What's their basement? What's their ceiling?
Oh no, James Harden wasn't traded though. He might not be the one to go to Portland, but he's gonna be out on any deal that's made. They'd be most excited. Philly would. Embiid, the new coach, what's his name from Toronto?
Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse, yeah. Nick Nurse and GM Daryl Morey will be more than happy if they could just trade Harden and keep Maxey in some kind of way, get Dame.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I'm counting Harden now. So I would say maybe Embiid, Dame, and Tobias Harris.
Oh.
But I think that's good flow. I mean, Tobias Harris will get to be a third option instead of probably fourth option right now because it's Embiid, Harden, Maxey, and then Tobias Harris. You're paying Tobias Harris almost $40 million to be the fourth option.
Yeah.
I think Tobias Harris would be a better three, and it fits better to me then. You got Embiid, you got Tobias Harris gets to play power forward. I don't know where you play PJ Tucker. You bring off the bench, you put Dame in there. Then we see what they're working with. Because Nick Nurse, when he's in Toronto, he liked to go small. He liked versatile 6'8", 6'9" dudes everywhere.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah. Agreed. Hey, so what about Dame in Boston and they keep Jaylen Brown? Is that the chip?
I don't see how they can do it, man. The money, Dame owed $216 over 4 years. Jaylen Brown just signed $300 million.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like the money to make the money work, Jaylen Brown got to go. But hypothetically, because that's what we're talking.
Yeah.
If they had Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and Dame
with Porzingis,
with chip season right now,
it's chip season in Boston. Yeah. It's old school Boston Celtics. It's almost as close to might be a legacy team in Boston. We're talking about Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson. You put Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Dame, and Porzingis on the same squad. That's a legacy team in Boston for sure. Ain't no ifs, ands, what's about it. Probably the best team that they've had since when they had Kevin Durant, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, and Paul Pierce. Probably, without a shadow of a doubt, the best team they'd have. All right, last team that we're going to pair him with.
Hey, I agree in the live chat with Thomas said Maxey would shine without Harden. I agree.
Oh, I agree.
But he will shine without Harden. But we talking about if they get Dame. If they get Dame, they're going to have to give up Maxey.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the only way. They're not trading for Harden, right? So the last team and the team that you already mentioned a little bit, and you said, I don't see it. Brooklyn, okay? We're talking about Brooklyn having to give up maybe Spencer Dinwiddie, maybe Claxton, maybe another player, but Brooklyn has a plethora of draft picks.
When you talking about getting Dame, you can't just give the players that you don't want. They good players, but you naming the players you don't want. I don't want Claxton. I don't want Spencer Dinwiddie. Nah, you got to start talking about Cam Thomas. You talk about anybody on that team. You talk about Ben Simmons. You talk about anybody except Brooklyn Bridges.
Well, okay, so they won't give up Cam Johnson, and because they just signed him, and they won't give up Miles Bridges. But Ben Simmons, tradable. Let's say this. Brooklyn has the most tradable pieces player-wise and the most depth as far as draft picks. I think they have like 21 draft picks over the next 10 years, 21 first-round draft picks.
They do have quite a bit of draft picks.
Yeah, so their draft capital is like ridiculous. So in saying all that, could Dame end up in Brooklyn?
No.
You're saying absolutely no.
He don't want to go there. And I mean, and you talk about pieces that Portland probably don't want. Player wise, now pick wise, they can, like you're right, they can load up and give some.
Yeah.
Because they still got quite a few picks from the Harden trade the first time to Philly.
Yeah. And
they got quite a few picks from this Kevin Durant trade to Phoenix.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of draft capital. But if you're talking about throwing players in there, you got to come off Cam Thomas. I'm not expecting you to come off Brooklyn Bridges.
Yeah.
That's what we call Miles Bridges now, Brooklyn Bridges.
Yeah.
But you got to come off Cam Thomas, and the deal helps make it work because he's getting $24 million a year now. So that helps with the money. Like I said, Dame getting about $50 million. So you got to trade Cam Thomas and another piece. Maybe it is Ben Simmons.
Hey, I don't mind Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, and Dinwiddie. Pack all three of them with some draft picks and shoot them to Portland for Dame.
Yeah.
You know, but then so what is their ceiling then? You got Cam Johnson, Brooklyn Bridges, Dame. You got some pieces over there. What's their ceiling?
You do, but I don't think they quite ready yet. I mean, like I said, second round. I mean, because Philly, Boston. Milwaukee, Boston, in the conference finals. One of them, if they don't have to play each other earlier than that. And then if they both don't play each other, then they both gonna make it.
Yeah.
But then so Brooklyn can make some noise though. Brooklyn will be coming along with Dame. They can make some noise, but it'd be like Cleveland with Donovan Mitchell. They good, but are they really ready yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. One last comment about this Dame issue. Is there a team that's sneaking around the bend that's trying to swoop him, Tate? Anybody you hearing any rumors, any chatter? I know I heard some stuff going on with the Cavs, but anybody who you think like, man, if Dame just gets there, I think they get enough to get over the top.
Man, I think Milwaukee was inquiring about him too.
Yeah.
He don't want to play for a proven coach.
Yep.
And Adrian Griffin's the new coach in Milwaukee.
Yep.
He could easily go there and play with Giannis. But I've heard whispers about Milwaukee asking about Dame.
Yeah.
So I think if he went there, you paired him with Giannis. And I think you'd have to give up probably some pieces, some picks, Middleton, Drew Holiday. And those are older veteran guys, but they could go there for a year or two to Portland and show them young guys how to be professionals.
Yeah.
So, that not only works on the court, it works in mentoring that you get for real professionals. Relly's right, the Clippers too.
Yeah. But does he – what you got to give up Paul George?
You got to.
You got to give up Paul George to get him. So
the Clippers would rather give up Paul George to give up front of some of their young pieces they have.
Yeah.
That dude, Terrence Mann, the young cat, they don't want to give him up.
Yeah.
You mean they have quite a few young players they don't want to give. They rather get off Paul George's contract because the owner don't want to sign Paul George to an extension. And he's the richest owner in basketball because this whole Paul George, Kawhi Leonard thing ain't never worked, man, because these dudes are always injured.
Never. And they can't make it past the second round. I think the Clippers are cursed, man. I ain't saying much about it. They dog Chris Paul and they've been curse land ever since, man. They just can't get nothing going on out there in the Clippers.
But it was always something said about a Clipper curse back when Danny Manning and Ron Harper, and they had good players back then.
Action Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't never get over the hump, though. That's going back to like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. Remember Benoit Benjamin?
I do remember Benoit. Come on, man.
Benoit was trash.
For sure. He's a big body, though. He's a first-round pick.
Look at this dude, man.
What up?
What's up, Mod? What's happening, man?
What's good?
Nothing, man. He done jumped in this.
What up, little fella?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, so look, we're gonna swing the horn and just talk on the other side of it. Since Dame's stuck, what's up with James Harden, man? Is he stuck? Is he odd man out? I'm gonna ask y'all, man. What y'all think? What's James gonna do, bro?
James Harden don't get a deal till Dame be moved.
Really?
When you're doing a puzzle, big pieces get done first, and little pieces around the edges. You come back and get them.
Yeah. Mod froze like a popsicle stick in the middle of the dang on North Pole, bro. So, Mod, can you hear me or talk to me? No, stuck. Hey, so listen, he's remote somewhere. I don't know where he's at, somewhere. But I really do believe that James Harden is sort of stuck. But if you had a place or destination point, Tate, where would you want to put him at, man? For James Harden's sake, where would you want to see him at?
Oh, I don't know if teams want to spend because James Harden, he a free agent. He can't after this year he's a free agent. The contract is tradable for 1 year, $37.5 million, but you can't extend them. You got to let them become a true free agent at the end of next basketball season. Yeah, and we all know how wishy-washy James Harden is. So he goes somewhere and want to get traded in the middle of the season after he just has to get traded there.
Yep.
So I gotta believe teams are not going to invest too heavily in James Harden. They might give up something, but not a lot. So I think he has to go to a contender that's willing that needs him for a 1 year rental, where they don't have to give up too much. Okay, I give you a good player in the first round pick for James Harden for 1 year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't identify who that team is. I mean, if you're the LA Lakers, I know the Clippers just talk. If you're the LA Lakers, do you trade? Do you try and package D'Angelo Russell and something else to get James Harden to run with LeBron and AD?
Oh, that would be
Man,
treacherous,
listen.
man.
Listen, sorry about that, man.
Turn your mic down a little bit.
I don't know if I can do that because I'm on my AirPods. Let's see here.
Well, just talk lower.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Is that better?
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah.
All right. So basically, what I was about to say is at this point, if you guys notice, and I don't know if y'all talked about this already, the NBA is trying to shake it up, and with the CBA and then offering this trophy thing, they're literally trying to make it NCAA basketball, make it younger, make it faster, and Big G, your rule that you said this whole time, win on rookie deals, win on short term, not costing a lot deals, basically. So sending Harden to LA is just gonna make a nightmare for the brass in LA, the buses. They ain't finna do that. I mean, honestly, Harden.
Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they do that?
They ain't doing that. Because honestly, right now you got a team that's at least fourth best in the West.
Who?
Why would you?
LA?
Why would you destroy at least fourth best in the West?
How do you destroy it by sending D'Angelo Russell and something else?
Yes. You give up D'Angelo Russell on a pick.
Harden is ball dominant. You're not going to take another ball dominant person and put him with, people who need the ball in their hands. That don't make sense. Make sense.
But Harden AD would be a perfect fit.
Exactly.
And I think the older LeBron gets, and he's coming back because you also said LeBron was retiring.
Yeah,
the older LeBron gets,
I don't think LeBron's retiring. I just don't think he's going to play this year. I think he's going to wait and play with his son.
He's playing.
He's playing this year.
And LeBron needs to rest and play more off ball. So the fit kind of actually works.
Yep. There's two landing spots I have for James Harden in a perfect world. One will be the Los Angeles Lakers, and the other one is the Milwaukee Bucks. I think the Milwaukee Bucks could package together some guys that aren't really that critical for them without giving up Drew Holiday, without giving up Chris Middleton, and with Giannis, and add James Harden, get him on a year rental, and go for the chip.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. The Milwaukee Bucks got one in that young Thundercat that they got in summer league. He is a monster. I mean, a monster. So I don't know. I mean, for real, honestly, when I look at Harden, it's kind of like what I see when I see Zeke. You know what I'm saying? A lot of miles on the tires, a lot of tread. I mean, and just too much baggage. Like,
but Zeke, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get in with your comments so you can finish. Zeke didn't lead the league in rushing last year. Harden just led the league in assists and averaged 23 and like 10 and a half assists a game this year. Zeke ain't been doing that for a minute. So don't compare him to Zeke.
No, but my comparison is this. He comes with too much baggage, too much money. You got to pay him too much bread. You know what I'm saying? And again, he's ball dominant. So to me, I don't think it. I don't see it. And Timothy Lyons, he putting that T and Big G's back. He putting that T and G back for real.
Hey, listen, Tim. Listen. There's no. So I'm gonna say this. I know it wasn't in our script. It wasn't what us to talk about today, but I'm just gonna say it real quick. Luka has no excuse. He has no. If they don't make it to the conference finals, to the NBA finals, one of these three, the conference finals, the NBA finals, or he wins the MVP, he's bona fide trash because he's got no excuse. He's got everything you need to do what you need to do. So we're gonna see.
Hey, Big G, tell everybody I sent you that clip, man, what Kevin Garnett had to say about Luka.
Yep.
And you said Kevin Garnett trash.
I said his opinion was trash. I said no. Matter of fact, I said his opinion was trash, and I said he was a fan. Dog, he's not. What has Luka done? I keep trying to say all of this, but now he's got no excuse.
I think he's been in the league 4 years and been all NBA like 3 times.
Okay, and where's he? He went to one Western Conference Finals. He went to
Big
one
G.
Western
He's played 4 years.
Okay, and he went to one Western Conference Finals.
4 years.
Okay, and like I said, this is the best team he's had ever. And we're gonna see. So now if he's that great,
but now you
better
like
make it to the
West
Western
ain't
Conference
tough.
Finals.
You know, you're like the West don't got Denver, don't got Phoenix, don't got the Lakers. You can't just say you got to make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Western Finals, chip, or MVP. Without that, trash, super trash. Because he's got no excuse.
Listen, and I went out, on the Victor Wembanyama part. I do want to say this, just kind of retracing the steps for a second before we get into something else. I heard Tate say, he ain't worried, young fella's gonna do his thing. I'm a little worried.
No.
And not about Wembanyama. I'm worried about Pop.
They just extended Pop.
They just extended him to richest coach in history.
Yeah.
I understand that. But my thought process is, has the game passed Pop by?
No.
That's what I'm thinking. Has the game passed Pop by, man? I wonder, man, like, is he able to coach the young in this young NBA? I'm wondering, bro. Like, it is what it is, man.
Pop is
one of the oldest coaches in the league, but he's also one of the most open-minded liberal coaches in the league. He's the one that started load management.
Exactly.
And think about when Pop was winning, he always had David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. He always had one of those guys. Now he's starting to build that back up from a talent perspective. Wembanyama is going to be really good. Don't worry about him. And they got other young pieces, and they're going to bring in some veterans. They had $66 million to spend. Pop's going to be all right. That's why San Antonio and Russ, whatever his name is, the owner guy, they extended him. And he's going to be all right.
And whether Dame wants to do it or not, guess who has more pieces that can actually go get Dame and would shake up the league? Dame in San Antonio. And it'd be a perfect fit because he would have a veteran. He'd have probably maybe the greatest coach in NBA basketball history coaching. So you got Wembanyama and Dame. Dame might not like it, but I think Pop, he would bite in on that idea. Okay, I got 1 year, we make the play in, and I got 1 year and we load up and let's go for the chip. That's what I'm saying.
What you said, Big G, about NBA history? Maybe the what?
He might be the best coach in NBA history. Pop might be the best coach in NBA history, in my opinion.
So you think Pop the best coach in NBA history?
He might be. I mean, you got to exclude Red Auerbach when they wasn't really playing for nothing. He got me with the no. Hey, I'm telling you, man.
That's
who's better than him?
That's what I'm have to do to you on our new podcast. Pump your brakes, man. You jumping out. I mean, Phil Jackson, Pat Riley. I mean, I love Pop.
Better.
Okay.
He's definitely better than Pat Riley. Definitely better. But Phil Jackson, that could be debatable. You could go back and forth.
See, I think Pat Riley better than Phil Jackson.
Well, so again, here's my thing about Pop, and this is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying, you guys. I don't know it's been a while. You're right. You're absolutely right. He had Sean Elliott. He had David Robinson. After he had Sean Elliott and David Robinson, he had Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and then my guy Tony Parker. I get it, right? I'm not even tripping. But my thing is, and the reason why I said the game, I need to see Pop because they extended Pop for 4 years. This is all about Wembanyama. And so they're trying to see, okay, can you win with him, Pop? And my thing is I don't know. I can't. I want to say yes. I want to be like, yo, Pop. He's the man. Pop can do what he do. I want to be able to say that, but bro, I'm not 100%. And I love the Spurs. Like I love the Spurs. I'm just not 110% convinced that Pop is ready for this and still, ahead of the game.
Hey.
I want him to be able to transfer into the front office. I do. But, he's going to have to do some stuff to win this year. And I'm not talking about win a championship, but he's going to have to improve the Spurs a lot for us. Because they were just trying to make him the Austin Spurs. So he's going to have to really do something here in just a second to make sure that San Antonio legacy lives on.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah, you got it, Tate.
Pop, remember when he was winning with Tim Duncan and David Robson? Two bigs in a traditional style offense, right?
Yeah. Right.
Then when they beat the Miami Heat in 2014, if you remember, they was the first to play the 1 in, 4 out, and they was busting Miami with threes.
Sure,
busting them. Pop changed the game then.
Yeah.
Pop is the reason, him and Steph Curry, the reason the game is like it is now. So Pop, the game ain't gonna pass him by because he knows how to adjust. Is all I'm getting at.
Tate, you just made my point about Pop being the greatest coach ever. That's why Pop's influence on back. Yeah, Phil had the triangle, bro. I give it up. That was beyond innovative.
Look how Pat Riley won with the Lakers, Showtime. Then he go change the game with the Knicks. Then get a championship. Came with a grimy defensive style and took it to Miami and did get a championship.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. All right, look, so we're going to stay on basketball just a little bit. We're going to wrap it down from pros, and we're going to jump all the way back to high school. It's already started, man. Bronny, Bron, and the other brother, they trying to get them all in one place, one location, one time, man. The hype machine, Bryce.
You're talking about Bryce.
Bronny, Bryce, and Bron. The hype machine is out for all three of them. Bronny's got the biggest NIL deal probably in USC history, with like $11 million. Bryce, LeBron's coaching the AAU squad. Tate, the hype machine is real, man. What you thinking about this whole thing with the Jameses, man?
Well, I think they down there in the ATL at the Georgia Peach Jam, and the thing is,
yeah, man,
pro teams looking at Bryce already, and and Bronny hadn't even made the USC yet to start playing.
Yeah. And
they already ready for Bryce. So, hey, man, it's good. It's good to be part of the James gang. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I don't think Marcus and whatever that Jordan son name is, they didn't do too much with ball.
Nah.
Well, Bryce is 6'6" now, right?
Yeah, legit.
Bronny was only 6'3", right?
Yeah.
6'3", 6'4". So Bryce got LeBron's height, and Bryce is athletic because he's been short all this time, right? He's been short all this time. So I think if you ask me, Bryce is going to be the best of the James gang, right? I think he's going to be the
better
best
than his dad or better than his brother?
Nah, better than his brother.
Oh yeah, I agree.
He ain't gonna get his daddy. You ain't gonna get his daddy at all. That's not happening. His daddy had that real dog in him, and he's from another planet, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes down to it, I think Bryce, it's not hype. What you seeing with Bryce ain't hype. You know what I'm saying? Well, I feel like whereas what you got with Bronny was hype, what you seeing with Bryce ain't hype. It ain't hype at all.
I don't know if what you're seeing with Bronny is hype. I think Bronny's legitimate NBA point guard. He's 6'3", legit 6'3". He's got a 44-inch vertical jump, and he's got a stroke. He definitely can shoot the basketball. So
yeah, but when you watch him play with the All-Americans, it was a step below the top tier people. He was a step. No, Sean.
He had 18 points. He had 18 points, and he was 5 from 6 from 3-point line.
Step below Ron Holland. Step below what's the other kid? Man, I forget his name. But he's those 3 kids. He's a step below.
You're talking about the kid that's going to Kentucky to play point guard.
But step below.
Yeah.
Step below. Baby Sean. Shout out Lil Sean Foster in Lima, Ohio. Bronny step below him. He only going to the 9th grade.
I ain't buying that, bro.
Listen to me. Bronny was good, but had he not been LeBron James' son, would not be getting the hype he's getting. Now, Bryce, I'm going to tell you the truth. Bryce is like that. Bryce deserves every piece that he's getting. If you don't believe me, you go open the film up you go open the film up on Bryce James. Bryce James is like that. He will dunk on you in a minute. He'll step out and hit that three in your face, and he play D. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something you can't. I mean, he just got the dog in it.
But some of that's got to do with body structure too, man. Because once again, we're talking about 6'3" versus 6'6", and 6'3" in 11th grade. I mean, 6'6" in the 11th grade, which is a lot different because the kid has the potential to basically have his dad's body. I mean, he legitimately could be 6'8", 235, 240 pounds and run like a deer. That's legitimately could happen. You know, so if you're saying body size, but I'm saying that Bronny's not a scrub. Bronny legitimately is going to be a first-round NBA draft pick. I'm not saying lottery, but I'm saying he's going to be a first-round NBA draft pick, and he'll probably start 7 to 10 years in the NBA, legitimately. You know, because he's got the athletic gift and ability of his dad.
Yeah, but I don't know that he gets on the team and makes him better to where he's getting ticked outside of his dad being on that squad. I mean, you know, honestly,
he doesn't have to.
I don't see.
So check this out. If the Milwaukee Bucks draft him, Bron's going with him, and he's going to start point guard. They're going to move Drew to 2. He going to play point. Bron going to play small.
Son, you're not hearing me. That's what I'm saying. Outside of his father being on a squad, I don't see him getting that type of playing time to where he'll be nothing more than a journeyman.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. I don't know.
Now, Bryce, on the other hand, Bryce is going to get ticked. Bryce is like that.
Take what you think, bro.
I agree with mine. I mean, far as the part about his stock is gassed up because of LeBron.
Yeah.
But I think, and I understand what he's saying, that when LeBron goes when Bronny get drafted and LeBron go there, then he's saying, you know, Bronny gonna get clocked because LeBron there. And when LeBron retire, he ain't gonna be nothing. But I think when LeBron retire, he still the very least is a serviceable backup PG.
Yeah, legit. 7 to 10 years in the league.
He's your boy Tyus Jones that played for Memphis.
Yeah.
He's one of them guys like that. Because I mean, his basketball IQ, he been around his dad his whole life.
Exactly.
That's why IQ gonna be high. That's the most important thing from a backup point guard. At the very least, he's gonna be a solid backup point guard.
To me, he's better than Cole Anthony. He's better than Cole Anthony.
I'll give you that. But starting, you putting a lot on that young man's shoulders, and I don't see that. I don't see that outside of Pops being on the floor with him. I don't see that. So let me ask y'all a question. I know I'm the know-it-all that knows it all, but I know Tate knows this, right? And this is before we switch gears and get on football and baseball, because we got to get on baseball. That has to happen. Where did Jaden Hardy go to school at?
Jaden Hardy. Go ahead, Tate. Jaden Hardy.
Jaden Hardy for the Mavericks is showing.
Yeah, out. he a beast. They like his young talent.
It's the summer league, man. Stop with the hype.
No, dude, the beast though, man.
Cap.
24, 6, 1, and 2. That ain't cap.
That's cap. It's the summer league, bro.
24 points.
It's the summer league.
He came right out of high school.
That's cap. That's cap, man.
So you trying to tell me you could go hit 24 points right now in the summer league?
I'm 50 years old. There's no way in the world.
It don't matter. Man, this summer league is bad.
Man, come on, man. It's summer league.
He came right out of high school. He just turned 21 a few days ago, and he from, of course, where they make him rough, Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
So you know, and they don't surprise me that he a dog. There's a lot of dogs come from Detroit.
He won't be in the 12. He won't be in the rotation for the Mavericks.
Yeah, he will.
He won't be.
Yeah, he will. Yeah,
you think? You believe
this
he'll
is
be in the
second
rotation.
year. That's why there's a lot of second year players in summer league tend to blow up. This is second year. He gonna have a role. He may be the 8th, 9th guy, but he gonna have a role. He playing. They can't keep him off the court.
He look good, man. He look good.
I don't know. We'll see. But it's the summer league. I mean, I understand it's the second summer league. I understand he's trying to make the jump. Definitely, because the kid that I'm excited about in the summer league is Jabari Smith. Now that's a kid that's going to make a jump. Jabari about to be that thing.
Yeah, he scored 33, but he's a second overall pick. You expect that from him.
Yeah, he's a baller. Baller. This other kid,
He say Luka trash, but he say Jabari Smith a baller.
Oh,
No, wait. No, this is why I say Luka trash, and I'm done. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's because the hype machine is bigger for him than anybody I've ever seen in NBA history. He has more hype machine than LeBron James, and it's ridiculous. What are you doing? The hype machine.
Nobody had no more hype than LeBron James. He was on Sports Illustrated and was named King James in high school. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say, hey, give yourself the trash sign on this one. I need you to give yourself the trash sign.
Never do I get the trash.
Give yourself the bias sign then.
Okay, I'll give myself the bias sign.
Nobody had.
I'm gonna stay biased.
Nobody had more hype than LeBron James coming out of high school. Nobody. You hear me? Nobody. Listen, so Claude.
I see.
Listen, so we switching the gears, man. I want to do this because everybody's been doing this, man. We got 3 weeks before training camp. 3 weeks before training camp. The Cowboys start July 26th in training camp, and I'm so hyped I cannot take it. And the reason why y'all are not seeing me is if I put the camera on, it's going to start pulling because I'm going off of my phone's Wi-Fi. And if I do that, it's going to start pulling and messing up. But I just want to say to you guys, everybody's doing their top five. The KnoItAllZ need to do their top 5. We're chiming in. I need to know, going into the season, give me, Big G, your top 5 quarterbacks. Let's get it.
Right now, today, top 5?
Right now, top 5 quarterbacks in the league for this season.
My homeboy, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. That's my top 5.
Okay. Spicy. Yeah. Tate. Let's hear your top 5 quarterbacks.
Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts, and I'll switch out Justin Herbert for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence beat Justin Herbert in the playoff game last year.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I don't even know why you like Herbert like that. Yeah, but anyway, number 1, we all got him. My homeboy, he has got to be my he's got to be my number 1. My number 2, if we're saying number 2, it's got to be man, I'll give you Joe Burrow, man. I'll give you Joe Burrow. And then Josh Allen. And then I got to go with the old man River. Down there at the Jets, Aaron Rodgers. And then I'll give you Sunshine. Then I'll go with Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, top 5. With my quarterback my quarterback and Jalen Hurts on the 2, right after that, 5, 6, and 7.
Whoa. So you're saying Dak Prescott is top 7?
Yeah, that's top 6, 7.
Stop it right now. Stop it. Just stop. There's no
my top. He didn't make my top 5 yet. No, he ain't made my top 5, but that's the top 5.
Stop it, man. Stop with shenanigans, man. Stop it. Just stop it.
It's the truth. So, and I have to ask another question. And here's something that we got to, and then we'll get back to our topics because Burrow was our next topic of conversation. So I've told you guys, and I saw an article. I read an article yesterday. Claude said, put Pickett, and Pickett. No. Die line,
He's not ready, Claude. Not yet. He's not ready.
I hit spit hot fire. Nah, it doesn't happen. So I read an article that said exactly what I said, you guys. And Tate was really trying to shout me down for this. But I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. If you look at the NBA, no, it wasn't Tate. It was G. It was G. Tate didn't try to shout me down. G tried to shout me down. If you look at the NFL for what it is right now, the NFL is devaluing running backs. They're devaluing the value of running backs, not the value of them in the actual game, in the scheme of the game, but they're devaluing them in money-wise.
Yeah,
right?
Agreed.
I'm telling you, you're about to see a switch in future running backs going to defensive end, playing linebacker, or playing defensive back.
Nope.
You're not going to see running backs like you're not going to see classic running back, old school running backs anymore because of the simple fact that they're devalued. They're going to be needle in a haystack is what you're going to see again. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to start switching the position. They want to get paid.
And that's the reason why it's is because college football runs zone read. And as long as you have zone read, you got to have a dog standing next to your quarterback. If you don't have a dog standing next to him, zone read's not valuable. So absolutely not. Now, will you get another Adrian Peterson? I'm not saying that. But they're not going to devalue him to that point. There's no freaking way. No way.
Man, I feel like we did this exercise last week. Big G, what you're saying is correct. Ma said it too, though. You need a running back. Just when you get done with that rookie deal, they're not going to pay you no big money. They're going to draft another running back.
I agree.
But that's the devalue he's talking about.
Right.
Not the position, the pay.
Well, but this last year, we just had 2 running backs go in the first round. We just had 2.
That's okay. And when they contract up, first round contract, they're going to let them go and draft another one.
That's why I'm saying when you go in the first round, your value goes up because you get paid more on your contract. Now, you might get cut after your rookie contract, but your value goes up. We hadn't had 2 first-round running backs drafted in the NFL in years. So I'm saying that if you got quarterbacks that's running zone read, you got to have a dog standing next to him. If not, he's going to get clobbered.
So if I'm a running back and I get drafted in the first round and say, I'm not even sure what Najee Harris makes, but he was drafted late in the first round.
Correct.
Say I make over the course of the 4-year contract, I make $18 million.
Uh-huh.
Then my team can pick up the 5th-year option and franchise tag me
2 years in a row.
Yeah, if that's what they want to do, but teams aren't doing that. That's what I'm saying. They would just, okay, thanks for your service. We're going to draft another stud running back to put by our quarterback to run the RPO, whatever you're saying.
Yeah, Tate, I feel that. But the issue is that what's happening right now is that the Dalvin Cook issue is really what's killing the league. Because the Dalvin Cook issue with the Giants. With the Giants' inability to want to sign. The Giants don't want to say Saquon, and the Raiders don't want to give Josh Jacobs money. That's ridiculous.
And not just if we're talking about King Henry too, bro. Well, I mean, we're not just talking about them.
The tires is about done at King Henry, man. It's almost over with at King Henry. It's almost over with the tires. I can see him not getting a big
Joe Mixon. The Browns talking about letting go of Nick Chubb next year.
And the Browns will be foolish. The Browns would get the official take the lap sign forever if they let Nick Chubb go, man. They would be the most foolish team in NFL history. There's no way. But I understand. What I just don't understand, and I'm leaving it alone after this. Why are we paying wide receivers? There's more wide receivers drafted every year in the first round than any other time in NFL history. The next Jamar Chase is in the draft. The next guy, this next man up. But you're paying all these wide receivers. You play 11 personnel. You got to have 3 dogs to run it anyway. But you got to
think about this though, G. You got to think about this, G. Every team needs 5 to 7 wide receivers. Every team.
You need 3 dogs to get the chip. You got to have 3 dogs.
Right, 3 dogs, but you need 5 to 7 solid wide receivers. So you keep paying them because you're definitely going to need them. You're going to need them. Somebody's going to go down during the season. You got to have somebody step up to be able to do what needs to be done. So the wide receivers are going to keep getting paid. You called the 11 personnel. You called it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. Running backs, Afton even said it. Running back stocks will keep declining until wide receivers get hurt more, and it's coming. I believe that. Wide receivers are going to have to be out, but you have to think about this, though. Here's what you got to think about with running backs. You're not the human body ain't built to take that punishment back there. Because the defenders got bigger, stronger, faster. So, if you look at Sweetness took a lot of pounding. You know what I'm saying? and Emmett took a lot of pounding, but the defenders wasn't like that. You didn't have a Roquan Smith coming around the corner finna just plaster you to the glass. You didn't have what's your guy? Whatchamacallit's brother, a Watt brother. You didn't have a Watt brother standing over there at the end about to put you in, you know what I'm saying? To go on and put you in the dirt and put a headstone on you. You had people who were going to hit you, but they were few and far between on each team. Think about it. You had people that would mop you.
It's fantasy football shenanigans. I'm telling you it is. It's fantasy. Tate, you're absolutely right when you're saying they're going to move off that rookie deal, which is a shame. But I do agree with what Afton said, too. You're going to start seeing wide receivers get cracked. And once wide receivers start getting cracked, you're going to go back because you can only use what college gives you. College, 70% of all the top teams run zone read. That's what they run. So the quarterback's going to run that offense in the league. If you don't have a dog standing beside him, he's toast. I'm worried a little bit about Justin Fields. I love him as a player, but I ain't sold on the guy standing beside him. So he might get racked. You got to have a guy standing beside you if you're going to run that zone read. That's just me.
So, switching gears again, man, I got it. Tate's going to love this because it's about his Reds. He sent us an article earlier about how they're ahead of schedule in our own chat.
They are.
Right? I just need to tell you, man, Dela Cruz is a monster. I mean, a monster, right? Did you see what he did the other night?
I know Tate know. Tate, what'd he do, man? What'd he do, Tate?
The one other night was yesterday, but they did lose 2 out of 3 to the Brewers this weekend. They actually won up in the Central, so they lost 1-0 today. But yesterday, Elly De La Cruz got a single, stole second, stole third, stole home.
3.
Yeah.
Stole
3. He's a threat whenever you're on the base pad. I seen him hit a chopper to third on the bounce, and the third baseman on the opposing team rushing so bad trying to get him because of that speed. He throws the ball way over the first baseman's head or in the dirt. Elly got second. Yeah, I mean,
listen to me.
Dude, just a beast, man. I give your boy Mod Shohei the best player right now, but Elly coming for it soon.
Yeah.
Elly is the first player in 34 years, 34, to hit for a cycle on your squad. Did you know that?
I did know Eric Davis was the last person to do it in 1989. Come on, Mod.
Oh, hey, Mod, he just told you go take a lap, dog. Go take a lap for sure.
I love it because we the know-it-all. You're supposed to know this. And I'm going to tell you, we got the home run derby tomorrow. Who's excited for that?
Not me, because it's not like, let me say this. I just think that it's not like how it was when we were kids, man, or younger people. Tate sent us a logo thing the other day with Ken Griffey Jr. just smacking one with his baseball cap on back. That's the whole reason why I wear my caps backwards, by the way, too. It's because Ken Griffey Jr. used to wear his caps backwards. I was like, man, that's boss, man. So it's just, I don't have that excitement or see that excitement with it anymore. It could be once they get some of these other guys in it. But right now, nah, I don't see it.
Is it because you're not a kid no more, though?
Nah.
I bet a lot of young people really excited about the home run derby. It's just not something I get into anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? If I'm just sitting around the house looking through the TV, I'll stop one and look at it for a minute. And I know Mookie Betts in it. I'm rooting for Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
But I think it's just perspective myself personally. I mean, because the home run derby, they do have big names in the home run derby, unlike the dunk contest in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I think the thing is we just don't get excited about it because we're not in that place in our lives where we're young and you look up to baseball players and all that stuff. Yeah, it was good when Ken Griffey Jr. was in it. It was great.
Yeah.
You know Tate, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be honest, Tate, man. I'm still hyped. I like it. It brings drama. It brings drama to it, man. Still, the way they do it, it brings drama, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? It's still fun. I think, like I said, if I ever had another kid, I'm putting a baseball glove in his crib, and, that's what it is. I love baseball. I just feel like that, it's having a resurgence. You're starting to see, people come back to it, especially African Americans. You're starting to see African Americans come back to it, and that's good. That's good. And I think the last thing that I wanted to talk about when it came to baseball is showing the Angels are in trouble.
Yeah.
The Angels are in trouble.
Yeah.
If they don't start winning, they're going to lose one of the best players that I've seen play the game of baseball with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the thing is, in baseball, money talk and everything else run the marathon. So they're going to have first crack or first shot to probably give him the most lucrative contract in baseball history. You know, he probably will get. Is anybody making $500 million yet? Is there anybody?
He will.
Yeah, he might be the first $500 million guy in the history of sports. He might be. You know, it's ridiculous amount of money. And so they're going to sign him. I doubt if they ever trade him just because he's their cash cow. But the Angels as a franchise, they're not really set up to do anything anyway. Not to me. I mean, Trout, him, and who else they got? So that's just my opinion on it. But he's a great player. Great player.
But
sure.
he won't stay if they don't win. I mean, you don't talk to me, man. Tell me, I mean, do you see Shohei staying if they don't win? They got to do something. Every game past the All-Star break has to count for the California Angels. Has to.
I don't see it, man. Tate, what you think, bro?
I think he's out there. He's either going across town, he's going across country.
Cross town to the Dodgers?
Cross town to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Or he's going to go across country.
To the Yankees?
To the Yankees.
Yeah, $500 million.
Mike Trout's contract on the same team is $426 over 12 years.
Yeah.
What's that, about 40 a year?
Yep.
Yeah, so his own teammate already got the biggest contract. He want to get more than that. You're looking at having $1 billion tied up in two guys.
Yeah, $500 million.
I mean, all these sports are getting football. We know basketball and now baseball. Player empowerment, man. The players want to go. You better let them go because they're gonna cause drama. They're not gonna be good for you. You best trying to package them up in something and ship them out and get a whole bunch of good pieces.
Yep. That's
exactly where I'm at with Donovan Mitchell, Big G. I mean, I'm not letting that joker for the Cavs hold us hostage. If I feel like he's gonna leave, I got to trade him and get a whole bunch of good pieces.
I'm shipping Donovan Mitchell by the All-Star break, by the way, and I might be a Big G burner or whatever it is. I'm shipping him.
Wow.
Because he doesn't want to sign. He don't want to sign. It's obvious he doesn't want to be in Cleveland. He doesn't want to be there. He's not.
Timothy Lyons said, Judge and O'Hanity, no way.
For what? For the Yankees?
Yeah.
Oh, they can afford it. They're giving $500 million. They're gonna give me $500 million. They'll.
How much is Judge making? How much is Judge making?
About $400 million. About $400 million. They're gonna give him $500 million.
Aaron Judge.
You got to think about this.
Aaron Judge signed for 33, 9 years, 360. That's $40 million.
Yeah.
So okay, but you're gonna need. I mean, the Yankees can't score without Judge in the lineup, and he's hurt. So I mean, you get Shohei out there. Shohei out there. I don't know. You need more. You need to be able to put more around him. He needs to be on a team.
Listen, bro,
where you can put more around him.
Shohei in New York, they sell out almost every game. They sell out, and the Yankees merchandise. You got to remember, the New York Yankees sell more merchandise than any franchise anywhere. Baseball, football, basketball, you name it. They sell more merch than anybody. Do you know how many people would buy the merchandise? You know how much merchandise they would sell overseas in Japan and China and stuff like? Oh man, it'd be ridiculous.
And they got their own network.
Yes,
the Yes Network.
Yeah, they can afford it. The Yankees will get that bread, bro.
And there's no salary cap in baseball.
Correct. $500 million.
Woo.
$500 million easily.
Well, they're gonna have to put something around him because he wants to win. Everything you see is him wanting to win. Everything you see is him wanting to win. So you guys, getting up on parting shots, man. Get to me, talk to me, G. Give me your parting shot for this week.
Man, I'm ready to get to the fantasy football thing, man. I think we was gonna go there a little bit today. We're not gonna touch it this week, but I think next week the show's got to be geared towards fantasy football talk, man. It's the time to do that thing, man. And I will give credit where credit's due. Everybody that's a know-it-all does have a championship. I think I got robbed last year, but I'm gonna let bygones be bygones. I think I got cheated, but it is what it is. I think I would have won it without a shadow of a doubt. I would have two. I think Tate Boy Fresh got two, but this year's gonna be critical.
You don't think I got two.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but I'm ready to get to the fantasy football talk because we can give good in-depth information. I think all of us, y'all see my signs and y'all see, he spent a lot of times with crayons. Well, I spend a lot of time stuff like this too. So I spend a lot of time information, reading, studying, finding out. I'm on my way to get my pro football book as soon as this is over and after me and Tate do our thing. So my fantasy book. So I'm ready to go with the fantasy football for sure.
Tate, talk to me, man. Martin shot.
I agree with Big G. I might think the close let training camp get started because right now it's people that might not even be on the team that we talking about what they're gonna do in fantasy. And if you want to listen to Big G and hear him regurgitate everything you read in them books, go ahead. Your boy Tate Boy Fresh, it's all up here. That's where you come.
Tate Boy Fresh. What was your record last year in fantasy football?
Ooh, like 3-11, I think.
Yeah.
My worst season ever. The only time I didn't ever make the playoffs.
Yeah.
In 2 leagues, I was that bad. I don't know what. I had Russ at quarterback in one and got auto-drafted Trey Lance in another. That started me off bad.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, I want everybody that's a know-it-all listener, check me and Big G's new show out on Tuesday morning. It's on the audio platform called Pump Your Brakes.
Yeah.
It's really a show where I just sit back and let Big G talk. And every time he say something foolish, I say, pump your brakes, Big G. But it's going to be on the Steel Curtain Network. It's going to be a great show. We're going to have lots of fun. Check us out. Give us a beat. We need that beat, man. We can't be using the music that's on there on the Steel Curtain Network is nothing that fits me and Big G. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
So we need our in-house music producer to give us a beat.
I got you. We're gonna get that done.
So Bob, what's your parting shots, bro?
Man, we just talking parting shots. Number one, I just want to thank the team for holding it down, man. Here and get ready to shoot a video, and that's crazy. Basically the promotion for the album's in full swing. It is out here. Like I said, you guys, if you get a chance, make sure you rock with me. You can find it, Spin the Block on Apple Music right now. It's available for download. It's available for stream in the pre-download and pre-save. So you can either pre-save it on Apple Music and pre-download it on Apple. You could just buy it and pre-download, and it comes out on the 21st. You'll be able to go on and grab it. I'll be playing some more of it as we go out for y'all to kind of hear a little bit of it going. But, actually I can't this week. I can't play it this week, or we won't get credit for our show. I don't want to do that. They'll come after the show and they'll copyright it, even though it's mine.
It's your music. How did that work?
It's mine, but I've already put it into the system, BDS, which is the eye in the sky, for them to anywhere it gets played to go get it, and they'll go get it. I haven't said anywhere on this platform is my music, and I have to put that blurb up there, and then I have to contest it. Whole other thing. I wanted to get credit for our show. That's what you call taking one for the team. But no, so my parting shots is, basically, I just want to talk about moments. You only get a few big moments in your life, and when those moments come, you got to learn how to recognize. Opportunity comes with a built-in risk. You know what I'm saying? You will have an opportunity, but it's going to look like a risk and you got to take an educated, you have to sit down, weigh out the pros and the cons, and then you have to take advantage of the moment, because that moment may not come back around again. And if it does come back around again, you might not be in the shape to be able to manage the moment. Everybody thinks, oh, well, you know, I'll just do this and I'll just do that. It don't necessarily happen that way. You know, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. A friend of mine came to me with a stock, and I'm not going to tell you the name of the stock, but I was young and dumb at the time. I think I was like 21, and I wasn't investing in stock. And he was like, yo, I got this stock that I think is fixing to be hot, bro. I want you to go and invest $200. And I was like, I ain't investing them $200. And he invested $200. Needless to say, he ended up making a lot of money from that investment, and the company ended up being really big. But it was a moment that I missed, and I've never had any moment like that come around again. And that's literally what happens in life. In life, you get a set number of moments, but when those moments are upon you and they happen, you got to take advantage of them. And how do these moments come? Most of the time, these moments come through people. So you have to have relationship with people and have good relationships with people, so that those moments, when they do come, you're able to recognize them, and they recognize the opportunity that they have in you, and you recognize the opportunity that you have in the moment, and you're able to seize it and take advantage of it and use it so that it will bless you and your family moving later. That's Mars Moments, man. I definitely want to, thank everybody for just being here and rocking with us, man. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications that we are there. For myself, for G, and for Tate, man, of course, we appreciate you guys for watching. Listen, I got to say this, man, before I get off before I get off of the screen here, I am really, really thoroughly impressed with the job you guys have been doing at the BTSC. I'm impressed with, just, I know where y'all started. I see where y'all are at, and it just makes me happy to see y'all doing y'all thing, man. So keep doing y'all thing. I'm definitely going to show my face in these chat lines and talk bad to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I can't allow y'all to be there if I ain't heckling. I got to heckle. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But for myself, for G, and for Tate, man, we are out of here. We will holler at you guys later. Bye.